even know if there's words to describe that dude. I mean, maybe if I was like from Pluto or something, you know, outer space, it'd be like, Adam D is, you know.
Joel's one of those guys that they write about in, like, you know, Hallmark cards.
Mike D's an all-around guy, you know what I'm saying? 5-star guy. 5 stars.
He's the scientist, you know? He's the drum doctor.
He looks scared as shit. But he's a teddy bear.
Everything just works together, kind of like Rocky Road ice cream. They're soft, a little nutty, sweet, delicious dudes. Howard is also enough chocolate for everyone, and their licks are tasty. Like, it all just all goes together.
It was an all-star lineup from the beginning. It was gold.
There's something about the chemistry of the type of people you bring together that in a way dictates what the band's going to be and the personality and the character of the band.
When we weren't skateboarding, we did Overcast.
It's like, yo, we should start a band, and we were thinking of names, and it was like a shitty day out, and all the clouds were out, and he's like, yo, Overcast, done.
And then all of a sudden shows started happening.
We grabbed the local metalhead, P.D. Cortez. It was all over after that.
I was like the token metal guy in the band. I didn't even know what hardcore was. Mike D used to make me these like compilation tapes.
We were a hardcore band who didn't want to be called metal. But we were playing metal riffs.
There was a mentality of keep your metal out of my hardcore, man. I was like, keep your chocolate out of my peanut butter.
That was sort of how we got our sound, just kind of pushing the envelope.
Yeah, there was definitely something going on in Massachusetts in a different mindset where metal was going to go at that time. And it was all a white canvas for them.
Overcast, I kind of consider to be the original metalcore band.
It was the first time, I think, since thrash in the Bay Area that America had put its stamp on metal.
More metal than your mom's kettle. We did like a 2-month tour that was pretty lousy.
I realized really, you know, how tough it was at that time to kind of keep things going. We kind of felt like we'd peaked.
A drummer ended up quitting the band, and we all decided that we didn't want to continue without him.
Overcast was my baby, and when it broke up, I was really not stoked with it at all, really unhappy.
After 8 years, you know, that was the last thing either of us thought about doing was starting a new band. And shit, with 8 years, it's like tight.
I'm gonna pour out some beer for our fallen homies. Overcast.
Aftershock had guys that are now in Shadows Fall in it.
Aftershock was Adam Duckowitz. It was him and his brother. Adam was the man. He was like, I need another guitar player. And I was like, yeah, I'll be your slave for a little bit. Adam wrote everything, and I wanted to do my own thing, and he helped me start Shadows Fall by playing drums on the first demo.
That's weird when I think about that.
And then he wanted to start Aftershock up again, but I was already in Shadows Fall, so he had Joel from Killswitch take my place.
Everybody from that area played in Aftershock at one point, so I was just kind of in the later lineup with Tom.
I've always hated Joel from day one for taking my job, and we don't talk. Adam D, when he weighed like 800 pounds, was a crowbar.
He was fat back then. He was really, really fat, like bigger than I am.
Scott Lee called Adam fat. I believe it.
He showed me his gut. He's like, yo, look at my shit. Oh, he was moving it around and stuff. And I was like, wow, you eating a couple of cheeseburgers or something. I don't know how he played with his sausage fingers.
I guess he used to drink, I think, 8 liters of Coca-Cola a day or some bullshit.
Well, something about Diet Coke is just so wonderful and refreshing.
That kid's gonna have bad teeth.
He's like a supermodel now. He's so pretty. So pretty.
Immersed myself in design for about a year, and then once you have the bug for playing, you always have the bug.
Aftershock was still going on, and then Mike got a hold of Adam and wanted to just work on music.
So I went down and saw Aftershock play, and he was playing drums, blood all over the drum set, and he's like, oh, that was a terrible show. I'm like, you're kidding me. How can it be terrible? He's like, oh, I played bad. It's like, you got problems, dude. You got Adam D has problems. We jammed out on Soilborn, the first Killswitch song ever made. Within 5 minutes, I knew he was the guy that I needed to play with.
One day I kind of thought we were having Aftershock practice and Adam showed up with these new guys. He's like, hey, I'm gonna jam with this new band today. All right.
He knew exactly what I wanted to go for. I knew exactly what he was going for. And the whole song took shape really, extremely fast. It was awesome.
2 similar bands that were related made love.
Oh, I see.
Formed a new baby.
Myself, Joel, and Adam writing the whole first Killswitch album without a singer while trying out singers.
Adam's brother runs a record label, and my band Nothing Stays Gold was on that label. So that's how we got in contact. He found out I left the band and asked me if I wanted to come try out.
And he came to the door. I was like, holy crap, I know you. I have no idea what your name is. I fucking know you. What's up, dude? And like, you know, my band Overcast had played with Corinne quite a few times.
I just heard their sound, and it was exciting, it was fast, it was different, it was raw. So long story short, I went and tried out, and after the first song, they turned and looked at me and was like, you want to be in the band?
It grew into a very cool, like, family.
It was like almost a love fest from the beginning, and everything seemed to really work out. Bam, done, ready to go.
Killswitch and Shadows Fall, the first 2 bands, over here adapting the melodies and the death metal, plus the hardcore part of it, that makes it American instead. Or metalcore, or whatever you guys call it.
Imagine this. Killswitch Engage, Shadows Fall, In Flames, upstairs at the Palladium.
As musicians, they kick ass. So I would never tell that was the first show for them.
That show, I think, was sold out, but yeah, that's 300 people.
It was a really great show. We sold all our demos out that night. I was doing graphic design for Ferret at the time. I was doing a lot of their ads and some of their layouts and stuff like that. It was natural for me to call up Carl and say, hey Carl, I got this new project. I mean, it's been sort of in existence for about a year now, but we finally got a singer, so would you like to check it out? He's like, of course, and then bam. Our friend was putting out this record, and it would be really cool to put out a record and have our name out there so we can actually play shows.
Carl Severson put Killswitch on the map. He's the one that kind of gave us a leg up.
Carl was definitely the guy who got us going, got us on our feet.
This is actually where they started practicing, in this room. I think the drums were over there, where the computer is now. But remember, it was a smaller group then, too. And Adam was in one freaking spot then, behind the drums.
The acoustics in his bedroom are awesome. We'd go to other places to practice, and it just wasn't the same.
Joel would literally come out of bed, turn his amp on, and put his guitar on, and like just, hey, in his pajamas with his socks, and just like ready to rock.
Wake up every morning and trip over drum hardware and shit like that.
I had literally like a foot around me maybe to kind of move and sing.
Singing through a little guitar amp.
Singing through my little guitar amp. Mike D would bring a little guitar and just lean it up, and what was that, man?
It kept a close-knit feel to everything that was going on. Everyone was just super good friends.
During breaks and stuff, I would just like lay on Joel's bed.
That's the way we roll, though. That like Killswitch, they rehearsed at Joel's house. We rehearsed in John's basement, his parents' house.
Whatever, man. If you got the means, and Joel's parents are amazing. They're just like the most giving, caring people you ever meet.
Welcome to the House of Metal. Mike Gitter came to our house, and of course I didn't know that he was up in the bedroom. He's the Roadrunner guy that discovered Killswitch, I guess you'd say.
Mike Gitter would always come up as A&R guy and just be all about Killswitch because he knew that he was going to get a good band.
Mike Gitter says to me, these, guys, it's time they come out of the bedroom.
Carl was kind of the guy who got us on the Roadrunner too, but he was working at the label at the time doing promotional stuff.
Let people in the industry hear the CD on his label.
When he put out our self-titled on Ferret, we kind of handed him out to everybody at Roadrunner, like, hey man, check out the new band on my label. And it's kind of how Roadrunner got in touch with us.
You know, right away I'm thinking, somebody's going to take advantage of my boys, you know, and so I said, Mike. And I shook his hand and pulled him across the table. Poor Mike, I think of it. And I said, you better take care of my boys. And he said, I'm going to take care of them. And I said, you better do we understand one another? Because if you don't, I will come looking for you.
I forget what she said. Something about, if you mess with my boys, I'll rip your balls off, or something like that. That's pretty funny.
I still have all my body parts. I believe the job speaks for itself. When they did that first Killswitch demo that got them signed to Roadrunner, he gave me a copy of that shit and it changed our band because I knew at that point that nu metal was dead. Knew it. See, you know, I knew it. I should be an A&R guy. Thank Mike Gitter for picking those guys up and taking a chance, because back then it was a chance to take on a band like that.
They weren't really doing that many metal bands. It was more like Nickelback kind of stuff. It's not really our thing. I wonder if it's the right label. We don't know. Nobody was really sure.
It was exciting and it was worrisome at the same time.
They signed a Roadrunner because they knew that this is probably the last band that they do this with, and they wanted to go all the way.
From their self-titled album to Alive Is Breathing, it was like, it was night and day. It wasn't even like the same band.
I'll never forget Mike sending me the demos for that record. It was unbe-fucking-believable.
As soon as we heard it, me and my brother looked at each other, and we immediately, first we contemplated suicide.
I mean, Alive or Just Breathing changed music.
And then we were like, all right, we'll live, but I guess we have to go make a better record now. Because you knew. You know, I heard how I was like, damn, I hate these dudes.
At that point, I think they realized what they had and how to do it.
Alive or Just Breathing changed my whole process of thinking and recording and wanting to make it sound really good.
Jesse's voice is godlike, you know, amazing.
It comes out through life experience. He has like a certain pain behind his voice.
He always wrote lyrics to make you feel like you were doing something. He's gonna write a lyric, sing it, and then you're gonna be like, yeah.
It's how he sees the world, and you see it through his eyes when you read those words.
Unity, positivity, love, but also recognizing the corruption, recognizing the darkness, good versus evil.
To attach Jesse with his style, it's charm. He has a ton of charm, and that's why I love him.
Charisma.
Yeah, charm.
Machismo.
I'm sticking with charm.
Positivity this band has is his. It's a mirror reflection of him as a person.
And to this day, that's what I'm about. You know, I think there's so much negativity. I'm just tired of it. I'm sure people are tired of it as well.
We were playing as a 5-piece for a while with Pete and Overcast.
Most of the time I was in the band, like we were just playing shows and like trying to promote the first album.
This is a new one. I've only had 3 weeks with it, so I'll do the best I can for you guys.
I wrote part of Fixation on the Darkness. The last show I played was the first time we played that song.
I just want to thank Pete over here on second guitar for being a Killswitch. He's leaving. He's going to have a baby. He's going to be a father. Give him a round of applause, man. We got respect now.
Just kind of did the record as a 4-piece, and then we're realizing we spent like 3 months doing a billion guitars in this record. There's no way we're gonna be able to play all this stuff live. You can't seem to find another guitar player. And I was like, well, how about I play guitar? We'll just get a drummer. All right, different approach.
Well, Adam doesn't like lugging around his drums anymore because they're too heavy. So he wanted to play guitar.
Next story is gonna be trying singing until they just finally have the heart to just say, you know what?
They're gonna put him on violin and do backflips.
Fucking Adam D, you're not Prince, okay? You should have stayed behind the kid.
Sometimes Adam would get off the drums and be like, oh, I got this riff. And he'd play some riff and be like, oh, cool, get back on the drums. Get back on the drums.
He wrote a lot of the riffs too, so like it's, you know, it's kind of like knew how to play them all immediately.
And there was a really cool chemistry between him and Joel, so no one really seemed to worry, but we did know that Adam did some weird stuff on stage.
Ah, this is great. Adam would play drums and he'd have a big helmet on.
Yep. There's nothing more metal than a Viking helmet and bleach blonde hair.
motherfucker doing?
And I couldn't even look at it because it was just the most funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, drums, they're just stupid.
He had a cowbell mounted on the top of his hi-hat, and he counted off every single song on the cowbell, and I was like, wow, man. That guy's really just trying to be obnoxious.
All you do is just sit there and go, make your drummer face. It's like,
I always tell everybody that says that I'm a good drummer that I'm the second best drummer in the band. Not even the best drummer in the band.
if you're good enough, you can twirl a stick and throw one up and then catch it. You're like, yeah.
He knows how to not like overplay parts on the drums, you know?
It wasn't where he was supposed to be. It just felt like the energy was just kind of controlled.
It looks pretty cool, but it definitely doesn't look as cool as shorts and doing, flips and stuff.
You had one of the best guitar players on the East Coast playing drums, and their best friend was one of the best drummers in New England.
It was during the making of Live or Just Breathing when Adam called me and asked me if they wanted to finish the record and then have me come on right after that.
You didn't try anybody else out? We had Tom do it.
Tom's a great drummer. He's an awesome drummer. He's a good friend of ours for a long time, too.
It was a natural fit.
I remember my first show, we had to drive like 2 hours to get there in like 4 cars because we had no trailer or nothing like that.
We got a new lineup. Adam used to play drums, he's on guitar now. It's my man Tom, he used to play for a band called Aftershock back in the day.
It was the first official 5-piece lineup after the record came out, after Live or Just Breathing came out. We stuck with that for about a year. It's good, did a lot of touring.
Killswitch played a lot of shows. Not a lot, but a fair amount of shows in front of just the bands and their girlfriends. It's happened.
We got merch for sale. Second pool table back. Any support you guys give us, we appreciate it, man. It's gonna help us stay in places and eat food on tour because we have been broke. We're playing shows with like 10 people, so I appreciate this, man. It's nice to see y'all out here.
We'd actually all made a bet with each other that we would spend a year on the road and see how we do. If we could afford to do it, we would keep going. If not, we were just going to become a studio band.
One of our first full U.S. tours we did wasn't really full U.S. Yeah, it was full U.S. You're right. I'm talking to myself. I'm discussing. I'm having an inner dialogue outside. But I'm so shot. I don't get it.
First major tours. So I work in Hypocrisy.
Jesse pops up and says, okay, I know I'm going to get married. I'm going to get married like 2 weeks before we go on a tour. And everyone's like, whoa, do you want to wait till after? I mean, you're going to probably spend the rest of your life on tour if this thing actually goes well.
They weren't drinking at the time, but we roped them in.
No, those dudes were the dudes that taught Joel and I how to drink beer.
I think we took the first car bomb with Adam.
Yeah, there was a lot of drinking on that tour.
What's going on? It's glasses.
So they should be blamed, I guess.
We're the ones to blame.
Yeah, we're the ones to blame.
A lot of nights where I was waiting in the van from like midnight to 3, and once 3 a.m. rolled around, the doors would open, and in comes the jovial bunch of drunkards. And I'm sitting there in my depression, just like, screw you guys, this is the worst ever.
It seemed like there was always this dark cloud over Jesse's head.
Very close to my wife. I had no time to spend with her after we got married. I was right on tour.
As soon as we would kind of get him out of that funk of being really depressed, he would go and we would stop. He would go to the phone and call her up again, and not that it was her fault, but he would just get really bummed.
I lost my motivation. I just didn't even want to be a singer anymore.
He was already nervous that his voice wasn't working so well. We would only be able to play 2 or 3 shows at a time without him blowing out his voice.
I was up there screaming my guts out with all the emotion in my body, and that's not the proper way to scream. There's a balance between emotion and technique. I didn't quite have all the technique that I needed.
He blew out his voice. The last show, which was in Seattle, we couldn't do, and we were really bummed out that we couldn't do it, but we understood that Jesse had some troubles. But I guess the weird part was that he left without saying goodbye to anybody on the tour. We had really gotten close to a lot of the Soilwork dudes and a lot of the other people on the tour, Scar Culture and stuff, and he just kind of disappeared.
They knew it was coming. I was falling deep into a depression where I wouldn't talk to anyone. I'd go do the set, go back in the van,
curl up in a ball.
I remember now, they actually asked me to sing for Killswitch Engage that last gig, because he jumped off just before the last gig, and they came up to me and wow.
So we got to talking like, Jesse's in a funk. It's a really bad situation. Do we tell him that we're not really sure what's going to happen with the band now? Do we try to talk to him and figure out what's up? All of a sudden, that night that we were talking about it, bam, I get an email.
I basically didn't have the mental energy to face them or even call them on the phone, rather. I was at a point in my life where I just didn't want to face any of it, so I wrote them a long email explaining, like, I'm just done, explaining what every song meant to me, explaining what the whole experience was to me, and I said, bye. You're not going to be able to find me. I'm going on my honeymoon finally, and don't try and call me, don't try and contact me. I'm done. I'm done with music, period.
I was like, well, Jesse doesn't want to be in the band. That's all right. I guess I can understand. I'd rather him not be in the band than be in the band and be miserable.
They made a great record together, a lot of potential there, but if you're not, into life on the road and all that stuff, it's better to know, then.
We had this tour lined up with Kitty literally 2 weeks after we got home. So we're out for 5 weeks, 2 weeks off, out for another, it was supposed to be like 8-week tour.
Here they are left with this wonderfully raved-reviewed CD and no vocalist.
That was scary. Yeah, it's really scary.
What do we do? I guess we call the label and tell them that we're no longer a band.
It was pretty scary, the thought of having to replace Jesse. Not even just a singer, but it was Jesse. It was like, Alive or Just Breathing was that way because of, his vocals and stuff like that. So it wasn't just replacing any singer, it was trying to find someone that would fit in.
Your destination is the choice within yourself. Will you rise or become
That's one of the things, like, our singer left, we're going to get dropped, we're going to break up, nothing's going to happen.
Our record label believed in us so much that they want to help do whatever they could do.
And everybody's like, no, wait a minute, dude, we'll help you guys out. No worries. It was really cool, Made us feel special.
It was the single thing that helped us keep going.
They had an entourage of folks come in and actually audition for Killswitch to take Jesse, who is a hard act to follow, as a lyricist and as a singer and everything, and just as a human being too.
We tried out a bunch of people that were just trying to imitate Jesse and stuff like that.
At that point, we were actually trying to get Brian Fair to sing, and he had a lot of Shadows Fall stuff going on. I know The Art of Balances, which was just sort of coming out then, and he's like, if there was any other time but now, it would have been cool to pull double duty, but I really can't do that sort of thing. And we understood and wouldn't want to steal him away from a great band like Shadows Fall.
They called me from South Dakota.
Very close second, by the way. I know he was a very close second.
Yep, he was second runner-up, doing great, an amazing job. Phil is an awesome dude.
Adam told me I was one of the first dudes he called, and I was just like flat out, Howard Jones, best dude ever. He can do everything. Yeah, well, there you go. I don't know. I mean, Phil's all right too, I guess.
We played with Killswitch quite a few times.
We played the show that Blythe got signed to Ferret, and I was like, man, that guy, the best frontman, one of the best voices.
The first time I met Howard was 1997 in Connecticut in some busted ass fucking VFW Hall show.
We played with them in '99, I think. Some fucked up show in some gymnasium somewhere. Flock of Seagulls, Howard Jones. We're just like, God damn, that's a big black man.
I remember when Howard Jones had a flat top. Just kidding.
He was just commanding the crowd. We were like, dude, he's fucking awesome.
Wasn't Howard the one that was like, I want to party all the time, party all the time,
That was
party
Eddie
all
Murphy.
the time. That was Howard.
That was Eddie Murphy.
So, got a call from Howard Jones. He had heard from Carl from Ferret that we were looking for a singer.
Called Mike D. And tried out. And that was pretty much it.
I had known him from Blood Has Been Shed. I had even tried out for Blood Has Been Shed while Killswitch was getting together. And known him for probably a good 6 or 7 years as one of the best singers I had heard in the area. I really couldn't have been happier that he had called me out of any of my friends that I had known.
And it was just me and Tom actually jamming out with Howard. And I'm like, dude, this is the guy. This guy's awesome.
For me, it was pretty kick-ass. It was pretty... I knew it was going to work.
I just had him throw some vocals on top of an old demo so everybody could hear what he sounded like. Fuck yeah. That's our boy right there.
Joel said, I mean, this just takes us in a different direction. It's a different kind of a sound, but his voice is powerful. Just listen.
You want the job? Sure.
Pretty quick process. Well, they needed someone pretty quickly anyway, so I guess I got kind of lucky there.
He's a friend of mine. I've known him for years, and it was nice to see that they had a replacement because it took the weight off my shoulders, you know, because I just left abruptly.
As soon as I heard that Howard was trying out, I was like, well, you found your dude. Because Howard is, I've said it a million times and I'll say it again, Howard is a better singer than I am, hands down, no doubt.
And not only can he do it, but the guy's got a great voice, he's got training, he can hit all the ranges. I mean, he's got his own style.
Some people would say he sounds like a soulful black man.
Yeah. Howard Jones, a black man.
It's a fucking travesty. We got a black guy in the band. What the heck? First, Halle Berry wins an Oscar. Next, Howard Jones sings for a band. What is going on?
We took over basketball, took over football, baseball, you know what I'm saying? They got some Japanese dudes now. You know, golf, got Tiger Woods, now heavy metal. What can you say? I mean, sorry.
I think Howard stepped into a really difficult situation.
Think about it, like, you got a dude who is following up Jesse, who just put out a record that made the band what it was.
They established themselves again in the midst of when they were trying to establish themselves in the first place. And they did it without missing a step.
I don't even think he practiced more than 2 weeks and went on tour.
I was nervous, we played. I thought I was crappy, but people seemed to think it went okay.
So his first show was at Hellfest. The second show was in front of like 3,000 Texas metalheads, crazy crowd, and they killed it.
It slowly built. We just kept them out on the road, and we never expected that it would be 2 years of touring on that record, but it just organically happened.
After the Ozfest of 2003, we were supposed to be getting ready for Headbangers Ball Tour, and I kind of wasn't enjoying it. The touring part, not the band or the people or anything, just the touring, you know.
And it was a good run. It was sort of a mutual split. Things weren't really working out so well.
You have to love it or not do it.
Around the end of the Tom Gomes era, Howard kept saying, I know this guy that really wants to join the band bad, Justin from Blood Has Been Shed. He talks about it all the time. He talks about it in his sleep. He talks about it so much. There's, you know, this whole thing. And we're like, all right, call that guy. Why don't you call that guy?
Tom left and I said, hey, I know a guy. And that was pretty much that.
I learned like all the songs and listened to it for, I don't know, a few days straight, several times a day, over and 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 over again. And then went and practiced with him.
He took the job and does a better job as far as I'm concerned, so it works out for everyone.
Before I was in Killswitch, I was really lucky enough to still be surviving, and all my jobs were music related.
2 words, red tide.
We would do a lot of weird things where we weren't really even playing anymore, and all 4 of us would be playing completely random things.
Just to see this band that didn't care, you know, playing at VFW in front of 5 kids, and they would just tear it up.
Then after about a song, there'd be 2 kids. 3 kids would give up and leave.
2 dudes and dance. Yeah, 2 dudes. 2 dudes. 2
like,
of the
yeah,
know.
it's psycho time!
It's rough.
He just really rounded out this band, just adding that last kind of piece, kind of the backbone of the band.
I love the music. I still listen to it all the time.
I know that they're all really still good friends, and I know that they're happy for one another for what they're doing. It was a good split.
They were very forgiving to me, and I love those guys, and it's reciprocated.
That's pretty cool, right? I think so. It shows people that we're not like, oh, well, they screwed us over. We can never be friends with them ever again. Oh.
The only friction or strangeness was like the way I left. It was just very abrupt, so it took time to kind of get over those emotions.
done Serenade video and decided on re-recording Fixation as a second single.
People ask me, oh, is it weird to hear Howard sing your songs? I mean, yeah, it's a little weird, but the message is still getting out there, and that's what's important.
They built a really huge core base on Alive and Just Breathing, played bigger places, headlined bigger places, sold bigger places out.
When Darkness Falls was the first line I wrote.
Which was on the Freddy vs. Jason movie.
He had been in the band for about a year and a half or so when we actually went in the studio, so we knew he could do it. I mean, he had toured with us so much that it was basically impossible for him not to do something great.
And then it was time to think about a new record and some new music.
There was a huge anticipation for the next record.
Big record for them, and yet they're self-producing it.
Blackbeard.
R-rated. Tracks be pretty heavy. In the studio, Adam D is probably the most precise, demanding perfectionist in the history of metal production.
Whoa! Fucking sneak attack. I'll definitely work myself a little hard sometimes. I'll work the other guys a little hard sometimes, but somebody's got to do it.
We'd finish taking a look through the mirror and you'd just be doing this. How'd you feel about that? I felt all right. You know, it was okay. Nope. It's like, then why'd you ask me?
You're crushing my head. He's crushing my head.
Ah! He pushes kind of hard sometimes.
I threaten him with my back hair.
But it's for the better good of the record, and I think everyone realizes that.
Get it tighter. You're gonna be a rock star. You're gonna be big. Kids are gonna want to be you.
It's nice to have somebody who's part of the whole writing process and part of the band and understands exactly what direction we would want to go in.
You gotta really get in there and, you know, kind of kick everyone straight in the gonads. Gonads. Back to the task at hand. You get stuff done quicker when there's a big fat dude in a chair yelling at you with man boobies. Look at this! Look at this! Do it again!
Oh! You need to see that. He'll get something out there the way he wants it at any cost, which I respect him for.
How do you make a guitar sound so bad?
I don't think we could make an actual album without him at the helm.
Fucking kill you. Fucking drink your blood. Become you.
You always know he's right, you just wish he would deliver it in a different way.
Nope. Who wants to have a lazy sounding record?
Whenever we need inspiration for heaviness, I look to him.
At the same time, the end result is so good that it's hard to argue with anything that he says.
I sang guest vocals on the end of Heartache, a song called Take This Oath. It was a great experience. In many ways, it kind of closed the chapter of me being in the band because it was like sealing the deal, you know, put the rumors to a rest.
When the first week and a Heartache comes out, 30-some thousand scanned. The previous record, SoundScan 3,000. From one album to the next, they're selling 10 times the amount they are, and now it's well into the 100,000s.
They've fused a melodic element into what they do, and that's perfect for them. It fits their personality. If my band did that, you know, it'd be middle fingers in the air all night long.
Can you picture me like singing about heartache? It just doesn't work, you know. Maybe like I'll stab you in the heart with a knife or something.
I'm glad they carried on with what they did in the lyrics.
Howard's continued that, like Jesse did before, which was it delivered something that gave you hope.
It'd be strange if it didn't, you know, like Killswitch turning into like
Yeah, that
something negative. I don't know. But
weird if they turned satanic.
Yeah.
You know me. You know me all too well. My only desire to bridge on division.
I remember calling Adam, just like, dude, I just listened to that song 3 times in a row, and like, I have goosebumps. That song gives me that feeling, you know, when you're a kid, and like something really moves you and touches you. Like I was like, dude, congratulations, because that tune is stupid good.
When I heard the latest record, I was like, I already know the whole album, you know, which is, it's not an easy feat, you know, by any means.
The choruses are very big and very strong, and it's very easy to get into it.
They really have those like
Yeah, absolutely. You know.
That fucking song that you're trying to sleep and it doesn't leave you and you want to slit your throat.
They really haven't changed the formula much, you know, they stick to what they do well and just get better at it.
It just makes a little more sense to me. The songwriting is definitely more improved.
There's a lot of American bands out there that don't know how to play. It's all about image, and those guys know how to fucking play.
I never listened to music that heavy with singing like that, so I was like, you know, kind of, I was like, I don't know, but then it just totally grows on you, and then you get infected by it.
I was trying to sell their songs to companies like, This Is Mike's Hard Lemonade, or, what's that song? Almond Joy! He's trying to sell it to Almond Joy too.
They're very digestible, but yet still core enough so that they don't lose any street cred.
They're one step away from that metalcore power ballad. I'm trying to push them over there. So once they go, then we can all follow.
They're like the Def Leppard of hardcore, which is awesome.
I'd say Britney Fox, really.
Lighters and girls with poofy hair and bangs. It'll be awesome. We're bringing it back.
Britney Fox was always one of my favorite bands. And they were handsome men, and the guys in Killswitch were very handsome.
I've seen Adam pour some sugar on himself a couple of times.
I have too. Def Leppard of metal. Meaning?
I licked it off and it was gone. I mean, I lapped it up.
All the drummers have had 2 arms. I don't know what that reference is about.
End of comparison. No more sugar. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. We like the cheese rock. We like to be cheesy. We're all big 80s metal fans. With the exception of maybe Justin. I'm not sure if he's into that whole scene.
They're your parents' Def Leppard. Nice boys, don't mess around. They have to have a few beers, but...
My mom really does like Killswitch.
Well, I know my mom likes Killswitch. Actually, it's weird because I initially thought she liked Killswitch because of Howard's like burly man voice, like the sheer majesticness of it. But the other day I was writing with her, she's like, "This is my favorite song," and it was just a song with a whole bunch of riffing and stuff. And I was like, "Crazy, Mom."
We're ugly music for ugly people. Made by ugly people. They're ugly people making sometimes ugly, sometimes pretty music for all people. Killswitch engaged. Shitty fucking music for shitty fucking people.
Yep.
They do reach out to more kids, like they did the Taste the Chaos tour.
They can play on the same stages as My Chemical Romance or things like this that are TRL, basically.
I don't think that there's too many other bands that have the same mix that we do and the same balance and have both of them as strong as each other.
You can't be a band that doesn't know what you're doing and play to kids that are just like, I'm a metal guy, and then play to fucking kids that are like, yeah, I'm so sad. Kids definitely love to cry all over each other at those shows, but it's awesome.
The songs are about broken heartedness, and girls are always broken hearted, so It's like they're playing to the broken-hearted girls of the world.
Way to a girl's heart is actually singing and not screaming.
Yeah, there's a lot of broads at the Killswitch shows getting their mons is all soupy. They could bring the ruckus, or they could make the young girls cry.
That's helped them prolong their career because so many other bands are just pigeonholed into this metalcore genre.
Regular shows, if I stage dive, I get caught, and it's no big deal. All the 16-year-old girls freaked out.
I don't think so. Not on Taste of Chaos. Whoever told you that's line, they should be cut out of the DVD ASAP.
Pretty much.
Adam told me that.
I'm out. Company's going.
Adam D!
I was sink close to the floor.
What? I watched it pretty much every night. He never did that.
Like, I'm going down. I'm going down.
We hear that you've been lying about yourself on camera.
Those girls, they have some fight in them. You know, they ate their Wheaties or something.
And that girls were eating Wheaties while trying to grope you. And that just doesn't really sit with us right. About 30 hours of live footage, not one Adam D stage dive. Adam, where's the stage dive there? Weird.
Don't stop now! Don't stop now!
I didn't see what happened. I just felt something going on. Like, dude, I could have a dick on my head. I could have.
No, how else would have been a giant strap on?
Yeah, I could be like.
No, some girl threw it on stage.
Really?
And I saw it, and I'm like, how do I get the bra?
I just saw a bunch of people go. And I'm like, oh crap.
It was all about booby head, though, man. I hope that girl's proud that she knows her titties were indirectly on Adam D's head.
Those kids need that stuff, and I think Killswitch is the only band that can really cross over.
But then again, you know, they toured with Slayer and Mastodon. Any band I've ever talked to that's played with Slayer, they kind of get back and they're like proud of themselves. They made it through the tour. It's like, all right, it's a tough crowd.
These guys did it, and they did it with flying colors. I mean, they had Killswitch chants during a lot of the shows, and we respect them as far as their live show and being tight, and it was definitely like they're a band of wonder. You know, when you look at them, you're just like, shit.
When those guys come on stage, there's an electricity and then an explosion of bodies all over the place, which is why we stay where kindly the sound people let us quietly stand behind because we don't want to get killed in that mayhem.
Killswitch Engage makes me want to fight somebody.
We're one of the few bands that can actually pull off exactly what they do live, what they do on the record. So it's like always been one of the favorite bands of us.
Yeah.
Any band grows as you see how a room accepts your music and see how kids react and watch that in their eyes as you're playing it to them.
Howard Jones! Howard Jones!
Now that they're actually drawing more than 1,000 people, it's mind-blowing that could actually happen. And that half that 1,000 are actually singing the words to something that we wrote. Just is no real word that describes the joy that we feel when that happens. It's killer. About the best you can ever hope for in a band.
Kind of overwhelming at first. It's such a dysfunctional life, you know, living on a bus and just being dirty and tired all the time. It's the one thing, like when you get on stage and you hear people chanting along and singing, it's like, wow, you know what, I guess we are doing something right after all. It kind of keeps you sane.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love it when people sing along.
I still love to see Howard sing my lyrics and see people sing along and be like, yeah, I wrote that. It's all about the message.
I'll never forget how loud it was. First time we were ever going to play in the party, and I almost couldn't keep playing. I was just like, what's going on? So we're playing, and Howard just turns around and was looking at me like, what is this? And we're all just completely overwhelmed by it. And it's just, I don't know, it's unbelievable to think that there are that many people out there and everybody's singing it back.
Took the time to listen to what we're doing. It kind of warms the heart, you know, it's nice. It's good.
If you're with me, I want both your fists in the air! Let's have some fun!
know if we necessarily have fans. I think we just have people who listen to us and know that they're going to get one heck of a goofy show when they come see us play.
They probably relate so well to audiences because there is no egos, there is no distance, you know. It's just dudes having fun.
When they do the best together as a band, I think it's because none of them allows egos to get in the way.
If somebody acts the fool, then everybody else lets them know. Keeps them in line.
Any one of them certainly could walk away, but I don't think any of the rest of them allow that to happen.
It's a combination of a great bunch of people, and whether that's Howard now or Jesse before, on vocals, delivering things and being a frontman, and Mike holding down the bass, and Joel with the guitars. It's thick, it's true, and all of these guys are talented. But it is amazing to have somebody like Adam in the band.
They can go up there and be retards on stage, and everyone loves it because the band's good enough to do that.
I think they come on stage and do it well due to a mutual respect and trust in each other's abilities.
It's a good time vibe when they play. It's almost a comedic situations a lot of the times.
I think it's embarrassing, but it's completely expectable. What can you do when you're watching them play?
We brought a friend to a show at the Palladium.
Joel's brother came out with this huge penis with balls.
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but it's true. Flying across the stage comes an 8-foot rubber penis aimed at Adam.
Adam, of course, jumped all over and started, licking it or something. Do I have anything to say about it? Just another Worcester show.
Well, that's the beauty of getting away with being, metalcore or hardcore / metal, or is anything you can be goofy dudes playing metal. Before, if you want to be a full-on metal band, you had to be pretty intense.
If you can't have fun with it, why bother? It's music, it's supposed to be fun. We're not one of those bands. Not our vibe.
Yeah, we used to have a rule in Lamb of God, no smiling on stage.
We take our music very seriously ourselves, and I know they do in the studio as well. But when you're on stage and you're traveling the country, you're here to have a good time, and you hope that the people who came to the show are here for the same reason.
You don't have to put on the mean faces and pump the fists in the air and pretend like you hate the world.
Not every kid listens to metal because he hates his life. People listen to metal just because they like heavy music, It's so stupid to see all these dudes walk on stage and be like, "What's up? Like my band? Check it out." And act all tough. Chances are, most kids in that crowd can beat up the band. It's cool, whatever. So I go for the opposite spectrum.
It just sort of naturally happens. It wasn't pre-planned out to be different per se.
Say if you were to listen to music as a blind person, you would think, wow, this is kick-ass music. But if you were to see the music as a deaf person, you'd be like, this shit's fucking wacky, and are they serious or something, you know what I mean?
That's the love or hate appeal. Unfortunately, I hate them.
I don't even know if the band would be together if we weren't having fun on stage.
Because if you don't have fun the time you're on stage, why the fuck are you here? Because the rest of the day sucks.
If you're getting paid to do what they love, they better be happy. They didn't make any money last year, I know what you're saying, but they did Ozfest, so they should have made a shitload of money. They wasted all on jerk booths.
I think a lot of other bands would look at us and think that we're a little too silly. I know a lot of people in the crowd are the same way. These guys are fucking nuts. What are they doing? They're sticking around and
slap each other on the ass. We've recently started doing this 3-way guitar thing.
The horns in the air while playing riffs with one hand.
Me and Adam are both big Zach Wild fans. They'll do squeals every 2 seconds, whether they're tasteful or not. It's kind of part of our show.
On Last Serenade, right after the first chorus, they always do this little jam session. It starts off with a squeal battle. And then the next part is a little bass solo thing.
And then Justin was added to the mix doing crazy drum fills. And now it's just been growing and growing and growing.
When they hit those harmonics on their guitar, it seriously sounds like you went into a barn and shot a pig right in the side with a crossbow.
Mike just has those poses where he's just like...
Joel's got a squeal face. His is like... Adam does the surprise squeal face a lot. He gets a squeal and he's like... One of those. I can't believe I just did that kind of thing. Yeah.
It's super Spinal Tap stuff, but it makes us laugh. I don't know if anyone else is laughing.
None of them can play their instruments.
The singer's terrible. They play to a track.
Everybody knows that. When they're playing live, and Adam, I don't care if this hurts your feelings, because fuck you. Adam's so busy fucking off that Joel's the one that's actually playing the song.
Watching Joel fucking play shit like it's nothing kind of pisses me off.
Joel, that kid, he's got tone in his fingers right there. He's got tone of God in his hands. This kid can play guitar like read about.
Dude straight up plays like a riff machine.
I think he's a little bit in the shadow of that as a guitar player, not because he's any less talented, it's just that's the role he plays.
He's the dude, man. He's probably one of the most underrated guitar players in metal today. That dude can friggin' rip.
I just don't think I could physically play my guitar at all if I jumped around as much as he does. When I hang out with Joel, we're not playing a show together. The most common thing he'll say is, "Hell yeah." Hell yeah. If you had to guess what he's going to be like on stage, he's just kind of rocking out. Any moment in the set, you know, peeking through that hair, you can just imagine the words, "Hell yeah."
He's become a little more of a stage presence. He kind of would always be off to the side, just chugging away at his guitar. Now, he and Adam, the two of them, that headbanging, I do worry about his neck. With that wild hair and that, I guess they call it windmill headbanging.
Still working on growing the beard where you can beard bang.
New style, you know, working on it. Haven't perfected it yet.
Play riffs. Be able to have a full beard that he can beard bang. That's his goal. He'll get there for sure.
That'd be a dream come true someday.
Joel and I just basically say beard to each other over and over again. Beard, 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 beard.
A little beard off thing. If he's not using both hands, you can do a beard thing like that.
Beard, 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 do something like that, and I'll do the beard drum beat back down.
Represent the beards, you know? It's very important to us.
Yeah, makes us look tough for playing pussy music.
Mike D, like, will shave, and then the next day he'll wake up with a beard just because he's hairy.
I can grow a beard in like a day and a half. I just shaved yesterday, and this is my 5 o'clock shadow.
They are growing some pretty manly beards. Well, I've watched the progression. It's quite remarkable.
I can just block my ears and blow this.
Is there like a mandate that someone pass out a memo, like everybody has to have a beard?
Even if you couldn't, you had one. It was great.
Adam D can't grow once. He's all bummed. You guys, 28, 29 years old, he can't even grow a friggin' mustache. We're feeding him testosterone and pumping him full of drugs. Hopefully one day a little hair will sprout out, and then we can just grow that one hair super long. We play Mastodon and I Hate God into his face to try and get the follicles to kind of emerge.
The minute they start getting food stuck in it, I'm not going to want it there. They have to maintain an image as a band. There are a lot of little girls out there that really love this band. There's a lot of big fat guys that do too.
I'm telling you kids, you got to get into it. Girls, guys, beards, way of the future.
Mike D.
Yeah.
He's got a great presence. He's running around having a good time.
He's definitely the ultimate, gives credits where credit's due.
And I like to show the people who have gone really crazy, have been singing along with me, like I pick them out, I'll give them the horns or something like that.
There's probably at least 30 people that he points at through the entire set.
I love his live show. I love the intensity. I love how he's developed over the years in his playing and his style, and yet he's still the same kid.
You know this move? Yeah, that one. Yeah, I see you rocking out.
You want to pick?
That's, yeah.
How about a set list?
Throwing out any of that stuff just shows the kids that we really appreciate everything they're doing, that they're participating and having a good time, because we're having a good time.
Yeah, that's how Mike D rolls. Sometimes he gives you the horn, sometimes he gives you the point, but there's always usually a nod behind it.
Yeah. If I was in the crowd, I'd love for that to happen. Not prove to them, but just show them that we're just like those dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, you right there? Oh, you
yeah, I see you. Don't think I don't see you.
I can't think of anything cooler if I was in the audience for the guy on stage performing to be like acknowledging that they appreciate that I'm there.
He makes their Killswitch Engage live experience from here to here.
One rock and roll moment that I ever had on stage. Boys and girls out there, if you ever want to break a guitar or bass, try to get the edge of the stage so it's like acts like an axe.
I'd stay pretty far away from Mike D if I was on stage with him. Bass goes all over the place.
Mike hit Howard in the head with his bass. I don't know if he broke the bass.
I actually broke the head of my bass over Howard's head. Just kind of, I just hit something really hard. Probably harder than I ever hit
anything in my entire life.
Just smack right up in his face, and he's just continuing singing, and Mike's just like, oh my god. He thought he like broke his face.
Him being the Superman that he is, he took it in stride. And no bruises, no bumps, no anything.
Howard, you could probably hit him straight in the face and it'll feel like a mosquito just bit him or something like that,
I went over and gave him a big hug at the end. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. About what? About me breaking the bass over your head. Oh yeah, that? Nothing. That guy's stronger than an ox, boy. I look a lot more now. I'm not saying I don't still hit people, but I try not to, because that's a bum out. I don't want to hurt people on stage.
Who do you think was on the stage when Howard spun the microphone and Adam got whacked in the head with his eye cut open? Right there, I was.
That was probably 10 seconds into the first song.
He takes his microphone and starts whipping it around like that. And I'm just running across the stage like, hey-oh, being stupid. All of a sudden I just feel, bap! Ooh.
Pow! Adam gets nailed by the mic right in the eye.
I'm like, oh, something just hit me, but whatever. I'm cool. I was upright. I was like, it doesn't hurts a little bit, but whatever. I'll get over it. Let's go. And all of a sudden, I feel just wetness all over my face. It was so nasty.
Blood. It's pretty sick.
I think Howard did it on purpose.
Now, you know I didn't do that on purpose. If we're recording the album, oh yeah, I'd have done that on purpose.
I don't think that was an accident.
Got him good.
And I see Howard he just looks at me and goes, oh, he's totally freaking out. Everybody was like, dude, that looks bad.
And God bless my husband, you can always count on Mike for an extra Band-Aid, and he had one in his pocket. So he was, as Adam was playing, sticking a Band-Aid on his head.
Yeah, they kept trying to patch him up. Bandage would just kind of peel off, and they'd patch him up again, just kind of peel off.
He dared some kid to come up and lick it, and he did. Yeah, he did.
I don't want to talk about it.
$5 to whoever wants to lick it.
Not the blood, just the wound.
Oh my God! Yeah!
Oh my God!
He was at the show in Cali the other day. He was like, yeah, I'm the dude that licked your wound, man. Remember that? That was sweet. I got Adam blood all over my tongue. I'm like, oh God, I probably have like hardcore kid AIDS now. This sucks.
We ended around 12 or so. We didn't actually get to the emergency room and get patched up till like 5, 6 in the morning. Sort of a brutal day for that guy. I really felt for him.
8 stitches. I got a really cool scar, and girls like scars, right? Right? Girls like scars. See? I have to say that Adam probably has the most amazing stage moves I've ever seen in my life.
Adam was just bored, and he just started to act a little wilder and crazier on stage.
I think it just got to a point where they were consistently touring, and there's an air of just wanting some spontaneity in the show and just wanting to spice it up.
His movements. I mean, it's ballet. It's cabaret. It's living theater.
He's got a guitar. And he's got it all jacked up, kind of fruity stuff.
It's like watching Mikhail Baryshnikov play guitar. It's heartwarming. It's amazing. He's like a pink sweater in a sea of black shirts. It's a performance. It really is. It brings tears to your eyes.
I don't know if kids get it. Out in the crowd at the show, like, what is this one dude doing? Running laps around the fucking stage. And the rest of the band is just fucking moving.
Yeah, dude. There's 4 serious dudes and one just half retard. Whatever, I'm a freaking retard, dude. I'm trying to make kids, laugh and smile and all that stuff. I don't think that's part of it.
I mean, it seems to be working for them. They only sold a zillion records. He's a comedian. I'm not that funny.
The freaking defibrillator.
The tech comes out, like he's got the paddles, and brings him back to life.
Boom! And right when he was supposed to come back in with his guitar, he'd be like, oh, I'm alive!
Yeah, gets the heart going again.
Yeah. Or there was a part when he'd be just during a riff, start walking like a robot, and one of us would have a little remote control, instructing him what to do.
My new thing is to just stop playing and just point at people. of sucks because I should be playing the riffs, but instead I was like, yeah. Oh, well, hold on.
He's just out of his mind.
Animals with exoskeletons, when you eat them, you gain their power.
You kind of got to let dudes like that go.
That gets him out of playing his guitar, I guess. He's given up on that, clearly.
Joel wanted to make a new t-shirt, wanted missing riffs and have my picture like on a milk carton or something.
You could just see Justin just wanted to throw his stick at him and play.
It's alright, everybody gets a little mad, but whatever, it's fun.
I kind of love him for it. He's a totally different guy than anybody else I know, and he means only the best intentions.
Everyone that loves Adam D except for Mike, Howard, Joel, and Justin.
Sometimes, Adam's going a little bit crazy on the side, and Howard just looks at him like...
I'll just be honest, I don't think Howard thinks it's funny. I can just see it in his face.
I'm sure they want to kill him on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, all the time. It's totally true, dude. They get wicked mad.
But then they probably stop, take a breather, and go, it is Adam D.
What's wrong with that guy?
Adam is Adam. You put him in front of people, he's just going to do odd things. And I like to try and enjoy myself too. I mean, if this is going to be what I do, I want to enjoy it.
Howard definitely comes out of his shell on stage.
He's very quiet and to himself off stage. When I experienced him at the couple of Killswitch shows I've been to, he just likes to hide out. Or on stage, he's just this big presence.
Yeah, he's a little bit different on stage. Maybe he's a little bit more confident.
I can imitate Howard's stage moves. Okay. And the whole crowd just sings the rest. You don't have to do anything.
He'll just walk to the edge of the stage, and he'll be like, and smile, probably at some girl.
All that kind of thing. Strut around and look at the kid.
Howard commands the audience with such stillness. You know what I mean? And that's power.
I try not to think too much about that. I don't want to be narcissistic or egoish or anything like that.
If Jones wants to take up space on stage, Jones will take up that space on stage because that dude will knock out anybody that gets near him.
Do you remember dragging Buzz across the stage?
I think he just gets paid to be big and black. Running at Howard as hard as I could and jumping on his back, trying to knock him down and sing with him, but it just didn't work. He just kind of took it and just kind of carried us around for a while,
It seems to happen kind of frequently. People just kind of jump on my back.
It's almost like being a small child again, being nurtured by your parent, carried everywhere, except for that he's large and black and tattooed, and neither are my parents.
He's got his smooth thing going on, got his little collared shirt, little hat, you know what I'm saying?
When he ain't rolling around on the floor, that's cool.
Doing his little fucking, what do you call that?
The monkey roll, where he runs full speed and rolls like a chimpanzee and then pops up.
His Metroid fucking spins, you know what I'm saying?
He's doing one of these, and he's like...
He doesn't wear underwear. You can always see his little bum.
I see it every time they play. Because his pants are so tight. So anytime he does one of the bend over growls, it's like...
Run around, his little bum showing everywhere. I'm gonna buy him some underwear. Love that about him.
Justin's a huge part of the live show. He keeps things moving and holds the whole show together. He's like The Rock, solid foundation.
I think he comes out a lot on stage because he's such a quiet, chill guy. And you just see him on stage the shit out of his drums. It's amazing. He's so passionate about it when he plays.
He's got skills. I like watching him. He makes it look so easy.
He sits there having fun.
Everything that he does is so good. He just looks like he's just
having a picnic.
He's probably one of the best drummers in this whole scene.
Fucking sick. He's an embarrassingly good player, man. Very smooth with his shit.
If you told somebody that Justin played to a click track, they'd believe you because his tempo is so perfect. It's like a machine.
Other people probably think that the stuff just whoosh, bash, whoosh. That dude has more subtlety and little things going on that drummers will pick up on, and a few really attuned, music fans will pick up on, that are just much more than just swinging arms.
One of the most talented drummers I've ever met my whole life.
Just those little twists and turns are what make it stand out. It's not all about just brutality and just smashing things.
You look at a lot of these drum kits from these metal bands, and they just, everyone's trying to get bigger and bigger with their kits, and Justin's got this tiny little drum kit. That's all he needs, and he makes it sound as big, if not bigger, than any of these other drummers.
Sort of minimalistic, if you can say so. He doesn't try to do much stuff. He does what he does brilliantly.
Come on, you fucking drummers! I want to hear you! He's very in tune with the movement of the show and just the pace of it.
You always need a drummer that's going to start the song quickly, especially when you have someone else yapping it up too much. Wink, wink.
When Adam grabs the mic and puts it in his mouth and makes that, that's beautiful.
Sometimes the language on stage.
They're gonna fucking gut you like a fucking sea bass, you fucking bitches!
Adam D. I know, Mom.
Whenever they open their mouths, flower petals fall out.
Yo! Did anyone see me blow a snot on myself last song? So fucking hot!
He's like, I see a Trojan 10 out there, I see a FYU 10 out there, I see a Jägermeister 10 out there. Well, I'll tell you what you need is you need a Tampax tent for all you fucking pussies out there.
All pussies! Everybody!
I don't get it, but it's fun.
This next song goes out to all the Massachusetts 16-year-old hot girls.
This next song is gonna hit you harder than your first period.
This one goes out to all the girls with braces for keeping it metal.
Turn to the 14-year-old girl next to you and mosh her training bra off.
Everybody give it up for breakfast! The most important meal of the day!
It's definitely original, I'll have to say that.
Hey, Philly, did you miss me? I missed you. I eat your cream cheese every morning just so that I could have you all inside of me.
He insults the crowd by walking on stage.
I know. Fuck your mom with the cinder block.
I don't even know.
In the dumpster.
Oh shit, did he just say that?
He always surprises you. Every day there's something new, and every day I'm shocked.
Yeah, they fucks you up your asses with working glass and fucking dicks the size of elephants. Fuck!
He gets away with it. I don't know how, but it's cool. I enjoy it a lot.
This song is about darkness and really fixating on it.
The highlight of the show is when they play When Darkness Falls.
This next song is about, God forbid, riding a skateboard. It's called When Darkness Falls.
This next song is about when Howard first tried ice skating.
This next song is about Howard undressing. It's called When Darkness Falls.
How can you ever get away with the racist joke unless you have a black singer in the band, honestly?
I like Howard undressing, because the visual, just,
Okay, you want me to get naked?
It's like a constant show-long competition between Adam and Howard, over who's going to get the most attention.
Don't give me your middle finger, I can beat your ass.
Adam was like, well, this song is about blah, blah, blah. And Howard's like, no, it isn't. And then blah, 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 no, it isn't. And then it's like, blah, 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 no, it isn't.
Jones has got some pretty interesting call-outs, like, before the breakdowns, he'll say, like...
Oh, yeah.
He'll say, like, turn this place to TJ Maxx at the after Thanksgiving Day sale.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Bob Morgan saying, have your best day of the week.
Am I the only black person in here?
Way to represent our race, bro.
I want to hear voices right now!
Come on!
Howard says, come on, are you ready? About 10,000 times.
Don't die on me yet, come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Gets all the kids to throw their sweaty shirts and stuff on stage.
I want to see all these dirty t-shirts on! I want to see some clothing up here!
People occasionally throw a hat or something around and say, hey, just throw shirts up. They did. A lot of them.
Which is fun for us because we gotta get it off the stage.
No, not so much.
There's one Simpsons episode where Skinner says, are you adequately prepared to rock to all those little kids?
Turn this place into a line at the Phantom Menace debut, Star Wars Episode 1.
I was all amped up, ready to play, and Howard, are you adequately prepared to rock? And I was done. Took him like 30 seconds for me to stop laughing and get ready to actually play the first song.
Something about how you guys aren't going to hog tie me behind the... I don't know, it's something like that.
I want to see the biggest fucking barbecue pit I've ever seen in my life!
I want you to make me a ham sandwich, and then it kicks into the next song, and that was total, what? What did he just say?
Once it's said, you can't help but laugh. You know, you just...
And you can't take it back, so you might as well laugh.
Yeah.
Have you been entertained?
They're not really worried about like becoming the biggest band in the world or like doing this or doing that. They just like to play music.
Probably where they're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's one of the best bands to help define our genre and keep the underground alive.
We just definitely don't feel that way. At all. We never feel that way.
They always think that we're full of shit whenever we compliment them on their music, because they're like, well, dude, you know, we've been really big fans of you guys, and but we, you know, they always do that, don't they?
I know.
I know, and I'm just like, yeah, you guys are full of shit, and I really dig your stuff. It's really good.
They're all lying too.
So you want to fucking spearhead, make this music fucking popular? Go ahead. There's always the fucking Macarena, okay? There's the ketchup song. There's a fucking Barbie doll fucking song.
It's definitely flattering, you know, people give you all these compliments and stuff like that.
When we were signing the record contract, we didn't think we were going to sell over 2,000 records. We were laughing as we were signing, thinking, whatever, if we get kicked off the label, it's not that big of a deal.
About 5 minutes before they became the biggest metal band, we decided to tour with them. It was like 30 shows, I think, a total of 45 people. As soon as that tour ended, they became the biggest metal band around.
As soon as overseas, like a helicopter came down and picked them up.
It's really nice.
Every single time I go up there and I see all the people, I always think about all the shows I played where there were more people on stage than out in front of the stage and all that stuff. And it's just not lost on me.
We used to play just house parties, you know, just like a bunch of friends and a keg. So we've done it all. It's crazy to see them now play like the main stage with Donington in front of like 70,000 people.
I hate playing in front of a mass of people because you have like, really no connection because it's just like a big blob of people. I'd rather have that whole like, you know, person like 2 feet away from me or like a foot, or even if I can like step on their fingers on accident, like oh, you know, slap them in the head.
Just want them to take us on tour again, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Just take us on tour again, please. Now that you're huge.
Anytime you see your friends like having success with like what they love doing, you have to be excited for them. Otherwise, you're just bitter.
They've sold more records than us. Fuck you.
Fucking assholes. Every one of them, dude. Conceited, pricks, just riffing.
Buy our record.
Yeah. Killswitch.
Fuck Killswitch. They sold enough records. I gotta get paid. Help! It's only $10. Help! Help!
Just buy Every Time I Die's new record.
What are you talking about? What? No, no!
If you like Killswitch, it sounds exactly like them. If you hate them, then it doesn't sound anything like them.
Nothing like them.
So one band gets successful and things are starting rolling for them, other people want to do it too. So they will always be first with what they do.
So many bands that are doing it, you know. So Chad's one of the first, I remember. Chimera's been doing it for a long time. And God's been doing it for a long time. It's great bands, you know.
They're still the same down-to-earth dudes. I mean, they're not like... There's definitely no rock star bullshit going on with that band.
If you guys get a chip on your shoulder, it's my job to knock it off, you know? And I feel that's how all the moms feel.
They're the same fucking assholes I've always known and loved.
Look where they are. They're a Grammy-nominated band, and we've never had to knock a chip off their shoulders.
I remember playing that song in Joel's basement when it was a minute long. There was nothing to it, it was just the first riff, and we'd sit and play it for 10 minutes and then stop. And now it's nominated for a Grammy.
I think I laughed for about 20 minutes. I still don't really understand it, but it was really neat.
That was weird. I didn't even believe it. It's like, you gotta be kidding. It wasn't as much of a shock to us because we all felt like they deserved it. You know, we were just excited. We weren't shocked. Why? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
His very words were, "I've got some kind of good news."
It just didn't make any sense that a band that came from nothing would get nominated.
Grammy, what? Is that a little record player? A little record? That's like a little RCA dog standing next to it? Really?
Alright, your fucking pip little Grammy, 1 nomination. Yeah, great, you showed up, you fucking drank the liquor and you left. Whatever.
I saw a picture of them. They went to the Grammys all in suits. Their moms dressed them all up nice for the big show.
Did they really?
Like Herbs.
That's not metal, is it?
No.
Oh, I'm a Grammy nominee. Oh, that's fabulous.
I was nominated most likely to fail in my senior class. What does that tell you? Nothing. Nothing about anything.
Not that the Grammys were a joke, but our whole interpretation of going to the Grammys was so farcical that like a popsicle kind of, but in a farce way.
There is nothing more awesome in life than being at the Grammys, and those are your kids up there.
I was rooting for them. I was hoping they'd win, actually, because let's put it this way, we're never gonna win. So if anybody deserved to win it, a band with talent should fucking win it.
Congratulations. I hope did they win? Slipknot won. Motorhead. Oh, well, they deserve that. Yeah.
I knew we weren't going to win. It was not too much to be nervous about.
It's just been so exciting to watch them start in a bedroom. And I hate to tell you, but they still practice here. This is usually where they practice now that they've gotten bigger. They set the drums up over here. They move all that stuff over. And then the amps along the wall here. You can see where the whole house shakes and wine glasses fall.
Hey, well, we moved from Joel's bedroom down to the basement, so I guess that's, a step up.
Moving up in the world.
You go home, oh, I just did Ozfest, let's practice next week. Okay, see you in the basement of Joel's house.
Hey, whatever, it's a free place. Practice in your mom's basement, you eat her pie, and then you all go home. What's wrong with that? Mom's pie is excellent.
When we're taking a break, we can go downstairs and make coffee and talk about, Joel's mom's cookies.
She used to cook soup for us and
make cookies before we left on tour with a plate of cookies.
I got a couple of recipes from her.
It's crazy. It's awesome.
I love her. Love her to death. She makes me cookies. I love that woman to death.
One is for Scott Lee, who has been incredibly kind to Killswitch, so I have to remember him. And then we have one here for As I Lay Dying.
Thank you, Joel's mom. She makes me the best cookies with the peanut butter cup in the middle.
My favorite is she makes the ones with this Butterfinger pieces in it.
It's the best thing in the world.
Good metal parents, Look it up. Very supportive.
Because she puts up with us enough when we practice at their house, and then she goes out to shows.
Where's your mom? There you are! I see you now! My mom's great too, but this over here, she's my second mother. Oh yeah, there's the other. That's an amazing mom right there. Mom number 2, I love you.
I'm going to be very sad because as they're getting older and more respected and can afford to do it, I know they're all going to move out and leave me. And I won't be able to hear them practice, and they all that confusion that can make us crazy, but it's so alive and vibrant and we're such a part of. When it's not here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
I don't think there's any stopping this train, let's hope not.
I'll see him at the Erie County Fair in fucking a year and a half. Playing for free, opening up the Iron Butterfly.
I'm proud of their accomplishments. I always say this, but I'm more proud of the young men they've become in spite of those accomplishments. I think that's the truth of Killswitch.
They had to tore their ass off, did it right, and they overcame it all, kicking a lot of ass. Yep. But I still hate them.
Every step of success, you just appreciate that much more. Don't forget where you came from.
Standing in my bedroom when I was 11 years old with headphones blasting, playing air guitar, and I want to play in a band like that, as a little kid. Dream come true, definitely.
Don't fucking lie to yourself. You'll never be 80s Kiss.
Each record now for them becomes the biggest record of their lives.
You go platinum, what's $5 in an envelope once a week to your boy? $5. I can do a lot with them.
You'll never be Karabi fucking Crew. You'll never be fucking Disney Elton John.
We never had expectations for anything, even close to this. I would never have dreamt that anything like this would have happened.
Someday, hopefully soon, they too could be the Wolfsbane of their fucking generation.
I never thought it would go this far.
The people that I've met that are on our bus are the greatest dudes ever that I wouldn't have met, I wouldn't have become such good friends with had I not joined the band. That's the best part about it.
I honestly feel that as long as they want to be a band, they'll be able to be a band.
I just try to go up and enjoy myself on stage and then try not to think too much about it afterwards.
I always have that attitude of like, whatever happens, happens.
Ride the wave while it's there, have as much fun as you can, make the best of it.
I think when the fun goes away, they're done. You know, that's the bottom line with that. And I think people at this point are never going to forget about this band. They've been such an influence, and they're such personalities that I don't think, you know, you can forget about them.
So many things have gone right that it's ridiculous to say pick one thing or the other that has been overwhelming. The whole thing's been overwhelming. I'm really ready to wake up from such a good dream because it's just too good to be true.
We're Killswitch Engage. Thank you so much. You guys are fucking incredible.
Killswitch Engage is so cool.
Why do you have your phone at the ready? Because it's a timer. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to call Jesus.
Are we ready? We rolling?
Oh! Let's see the face. You alright? You alright?
Fuck this DVD. How about that?
You okay?
It's only been 15 seconds.
I remember you guys were doing a DVD about me.
You heard wrong, old boy.
Oh, shit. That must be them over there. Sorry about that.
I am damn sexy.
Man, this interview's, I don't know. We need help here.
I'm crying. Oh, I'm shaking and crying. Oh my God.
What? What?
You alright, dude? It hurts. Adam just runs out of the van, runs up to this thing, close enough where it could probably peck him in the face, and just like almost challenging the wild ostrich. And the thing's like, you know, moving its head like this, and it's just like, what are you gonna do?
I still have a minute to go. Oh my God.
Dude's going wild. What you know about that, huh? Yeah, Killswitch, suck it.
Oh my God, I'm so close to throwing up. Oh.
No.
I can't.
Man, that was funny. Talk to me after I get into some whiskey a little bit, you know? I'll have a lot more to say, I promise.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna keep his fucking guts in.
How bad does your life hurt right now?
Oh my God.
Let's be gay.
Are you gonna vomit?
I don't know.
I kind of want to tape it.
You have permission if I vomit.
All right.
That was the most vile, disgusting thing ever.
When your DVD comes out, don't be mad at us.
The original hair of Joel. The original. There it is.
Talk the worst trash ever on our DVD and make us look terrible, and we'll love it.
Did it all for you.
Oh.
He just ate a golf ball size.
Oh, wow.
I love that man.
I love you all. I'll see you all in